So let me start this video off asking you all a question. If you were to cheat Call of Duty Mobile, how long do you think it would take before they'd find out? Would it be instant? Could they instantly find out that you cheated Call of Duty Mobile? Or would it take a day, a week, or potentially never? I was interested by the answer to this question, and I decided to do a lot of research and find it out for myself. And the answers that I found were very disturbing. This is quite a big expose type of video for the cheaters in Call of Duty Mobile, and a lot of them are going to be very mad that I am posting this type of video. All I ask is for you guys to counteract the hate that they are going to bring to this video. There are going to be a lot of hackers that are going to come to this video, a lot of cheaters that are going to come to this video and try to dislike it and silence this video because they don't like that their plans are being revealed to the public. All I ask is for you guys to leave a like and show your support on this video if you don't like cheaters, so we can show them that we are more numerous and we can beat them. The point of this video is for Activision to see what is going on in this game, why this game is essentially broken at this point of time, and what they need to do in order to fix this problem. Now, a lot of people think that cheating is only hacking. Okay, if you hear the word cheater, then you think that's automatically someone that's a hacker. That's someone that downloaded some sketchy mod menu from some random YouTube video with 10 views, right? You turned on God mode and aimbot and seeing through walls and stuff like that, and that is blatant hacking in this game. However, cheating isn't only just that. Cheating is essentially getting an unfair advantage over other people, and that can mean anything right down to if you were to go to a Call of Duty Mobile tournament and you use a device that's not allowed. One of the ways that cheaters are very commonly cheating in this game is to use a mouse and a keyboard on an Android device. Now you might say, ExxotikGaming, that doesn't make sense. Why would they do that, right? I mean, there's already Game Loop. It's that designated official Call of Duty emulator for their PC, but cheaters want to get an unfair advantage over other people, right? And by doing that, they can use a keyboard and a mouse, which gives you much better control and movement, so you're going up against people that are using touchscreen controls. You take 100 players, and 50 of them, who've never played Call of Duty Mobile before, start to learn using touchscreen controls, and the other 50 of them start to learn using a mouse and keyboard, and you put them up head to head. The people that use a mouse and a keyboard are overwhelmingly going to dominate over the touchscreen players. Now, I'm not going to say that this is entirely 100% all of the time, okay? Because there are exceptions. There are touchscreen players that are exceptionally good at this game, okay? I'm sure you can name a few of them. But the vast majority of time, somebody that has a mouse and a keyboard is going to have an unfair advantage over somebody using touchscreen controls. And in this video, I wanted to see how easy it was for somebody to get a mouse and a keyboard to play Call of Duty Mobile. It is alarmingly simple to do. All you need to have is some type of Bluetooth keyboard, as I have right here, a Bluetooth mouse, the receiver of the Bluetooth mouse, plug that into an adapter that plugs directly into your phone. And as you'll see here, I now have a cursor on my Android device. Now, to be fair, Call of Duty Mobile does have some types of precautions already in place, okay? If I were to actually try to click the start button, as you'll see, nothing's happening, right? The cursor doesn't work, but the cheaters are smarter than that. This is where I think Activision has sort of looked over this problem. They think, okay, well, we've made it so you can't click with the cursor. That's probably going to deter everybody. No problem whatsoever. But there are apps out there in the Google Play Store that you can literally just download without any type of root on your device that allows you to set key bindings onto Call of Duty Mobile on your Android device. To give you an example of one of them, we have Panda Mouse Pro Beta. Now, as you can see here, once you have your USB device connected, as I have right there, and then you activate this simply using your computer, you can just click on Call of Duty Mobile, skip, I can't find it. And as I zoom in and show you now, I have key bindings on Call of Duty Mobile that actually work. And more importantly than this, if I actually try to use my cursor now, it will work. I can navigate through my entire game and everything works now as I am using a mouse and a keyboard in Call of Duty Mobile. I originally was doing this video as a test, right, to see how quickly I would get banned. I was sure that the second I enabled these types of key bindings that Activision and Tencent was going to have some type of system implemented that it would detect that and it would say, hey, you know, you're using an external device. That's not allowed. You can't do that. You're going to have to disconnect it before you can continue. Well, I went through the entire tutorial and nothing happened. I was able to play confidently with a mouse and keyboard. And then I got to the main menu and it still did absolutely nothing. It still did not care that I was using a mouse and a keyboard. So I thought, okay, all right. Well, you know, I've not actually gone into any multiplayer match yet. I went through the tutorial, which is single player, and then I'm just sitting on the main menu. I'm not actually actively going into any multiplayer matches, right? So that, you know, probably indicates that the second I jump into a match, it's probably going to detect that I'm using a mouse and a keyboard, right? Well, take a look at this. If I click the start button on a match in Crash, for example, on Frontline, I'm going to show you that nothing is done. The game does not care. And I can play actual matches in Call of Duty Mobile using a mouse and a keyboard, getting an unfair advantage over other people, essentially cheating, and nothing is being done. It's not like these are bots. As you can see, there's a level 150 player on my team. And as this match is beginning, I honestly think that Activision is using, you know, entirely other player reports as a means to actually determine who is using a keyboard and a mouse and stuff like that. I don't think they have any type of system in place that actually detects this. I think the only way someone is actually going to get banned by using stuff like this is if another player reports them. And I don't think anybody's going to be reporting them for quite some time, right? Unless you have some person that rage quits and then feels the need to report. The vast majority of players don't really report others, and that is the big downside. They need to have some system in place where they actually report, or not necessarily reports, they have to have some system in place that actually determines whether or not someone is even using some type of system like this. Because I think it's blatantly obvious. You know, you look at my bottom left of my screen and W, S, D, A, my joystick is only moving in 4 directions, right? And then I can go in diagonal directions if I hold 2 keys. That is characteristic to a keyboard, right? That's not something that's going to happen on a mobile device. And I think there should be some type of analysis going on amongst the different players of a match and seeing, you know, who's playing like that. Because no one's going to play a mobile device or on a mobile device with stuff like that. That's my honest opinion over something like that. They need to have some type of system. Wow, there's a person right there. Hello. But they need to have some type of system in place to detect that, and problems will be solved a lot easier in that respect. Yes, there will probably still be people that'll find ways around that, but it will severely limit the amounts. I mean, because as you can see, if you're playing with a mouse and a keyboard, you're going to be able to have much better recoil control, like with that guy, for example. You're going to be able to aim a lot easier. You're going to be able to have much quicker reaction time. And in general, you're just going to be able to play a lot better when you're using a mouse and a keyboard. And I don't think that should be allowed when you're, you know, going up against other people that are using a mobile device. So, I mean, as you can see, I'm definitely not the best by any means, but imagine somebody that does this for a long period of time, right? Somebody that starts to get used to these types of controls, they're going to absolutely annihilate. I mean, I'm doing very well, and this is like match 1 or 2 with these new controls. These controls are so much easier than regular controls, and it's a very big problem. That guy's AFK. That's, you know, that, I mean, it doesn't help that other players are AFK, but like, seriously, it's a very big problem, and I sort of liken it to a track meet. If you've ever been to a track meet before, you have all of your different types of races, and you'd have like a 100-meter dash, for example, right? Every second counts because that is a very, very quick race. You know, most people are going to be done in like, what, 10 seconds, give or take a few. And say somebody starts 5 seconds early. They get a 5-second head start to everybody else. If that person who gets a 5-second head start beats everybody else, it's like, so what, right? You won, but that doesn't mean you're a better player. You didn't do better than everybody else. You got a head start and you had an unfair advantage over everybody else. This is sort of the same way. If you end up cheating and you use a keyboard and a mouse, you're much more accurate. You get an unfair advantage over everybody else. So what if you win? So what? I get more kills than everybody else in this particular match. It doesn't mean that I'm better. It just means that I used something that gave me an unfair advantage. And I don't know about you, but I personally think 33 kills by having an unfair advantage over everybody else doesn't really mean a whole lot. I'm not going to play in any more matches because I don't want to. I don't want to have an unfair advantage over these other people, but I wanted to show how much of an advantage you can have over these other people by simply using a mouse and a keyboard. And after all of that, after getting 33 kills and absolutely dominating everybody, it still didn't detect that I was doing that. And that is where Activision and Tencent need to step in. If you have watched this far in this video, I need you to share this video to Tencent and Activision. They need to see how easy it is for people to use these types of systems and getting away with it. They shouldn't get away with it. Everybody should be playing fairly. You know, the whole point of a game like this that's super competitive is to become the very best. So why not have everybody play with touchscreen the same way? And that way we can truly see who is the very best. You know, you start to look at the leaderboards here. How many of these people are actually legitimate? You know, how many of those people actually play with touchscreen? But then on the flip side, how many of these people are just using a mouse and a keyboard like I did in this video and are getting away with it and getting praise for being some of the best players in the game when they are in reality not? It's something to think about, but it's something that I think is very serious, and it's sort of destroying Call of Duty Mobile. I thought it was enough to make a video on, and I really hope it's something that you guys can agree with me on. I don't really have much else I could possibly say. All I ask is for Activision and Tencent to do something about this. Guys, make sure to leave a like because, as I said, the hackers and the cheaters are going to come to this video and they're going to try to discredit it and hide it in the search results by disliking it billions of times. So please leave a like and counteract that. Thank you so much, guys. Subscribe for more Call of Duty Mobile content coming out very soon. And with that being said, that's it. I'll see you all later.